Well, hello everyone, Mike Tenney here at the Tenney School. It is the fall of 2021 and we wanted to reshoot a short walking video just to show you how school is operating this year. Right now we have a lot of coronavirus in Texas, so we are wearing masks predominantly, so you'll see some of that on the tour. But the school is operating a little bit differently this year, and so we thought we would take you through a general tour and describe that to you and kind of describe you the overview of how the school operates in general. So in terms of background, our school's been around for 48 years now. It was founded in 1973. The main thing that makes us different is our one-to-one instruction. So a third of our students' day is going to be in a classroom with just 2 chairs, one for the student and one for the teacher. It ends up being a third of their day in school, the primary way they take English, science, history, and math. So we'll see a lot of those as we go through the building. We'll also see classroom instruction. So a third of our students' day is going to be in a small classroom with other students. Our electives are taught that way. Our students will typically take 3 electives, and then portions of the core academics that we feel are better taught in a group setting will be taught in our labs. So if you add the labs and the electives up, that's another third of our students' day. The final third of the day is in what we call homeroom, which is a multi-purpose time for us. Anything administrative about being at school, from taking attendance to managing the lunchroom to taking exams, that happens during our students' homeroom time. So we'll see both study hall type rooms, homerooms, and we'll see a testing room that's we use for all of our testing during homeroom time. We are 5th through 12th grade, so you're going to see little kids all the way up to grown adults as we go through the building. So I'm just going to take you on the short tour now, and we'll see the school in action. Come join me. This is our lunchroom. All of our students get badges, and they'll badge into either this room or the door that we just came out of. This is also where our students will start their day. So our facility hours are from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., but the main part of what we schedule for students is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So from 9 to 2, we actually have 10 periods that students will go through. So our school runs on 30-minute periods. In a 30-minute one-to-one period, you can cover a lot more content than in a classroom period, so we really don't need longer periods. We're more efficient by keeping our periods short. So there's 10 in a day. Each day is different for our students. They all have their own unique schedule, but it's made up of those 3 components that we talked about on the last slide. When a student gets a schedule, if there's a room number on the schedule, it means it's going to be a group class. If there's a name on the schedule, it means it's going to be a one-to-one class. Let's peek our head into one of our classrooms, the music room right over here.
To be like, as sort of like a solid base goes, that needs to be...
All right, so we have a music class going on in here now.
Like foundation. The other 2 notes that are on top of the chord.
This first hallway is our math hallway. So we have one-to-one math classes happening right now. So this first class is an Algebra 2 class. So all of our math classes happen along that hallway. All of our students will travel there for all of their one-to-ones, and we'll go all the way from basic math up to college calculus and maybe even statistics. This is our computer lab, which is another one of the rooms that we use for a classroom. So like the music room, group classes would happen in here, but these would be the classes that are more based off of computers. So we would do our yearbook class in here. We have some applications classes that meet in here. We have some programming classes, and then some more of our advanced classes will have some engineering work that's done in here. If you were counting, when we scrolled through the room, you see there's 10 computers and 10 chairs. So our classrooms still stay small. When our classrooms get to 11, we'll typically split them into 2 sections. There are a few exceptions where classes are okay to be bigger than that, but mostly we keep them smaller than that. This is our history hallway, so all of our one-to-one history classes are happening along in here. Mr. Kirby doesn't have a class right now. And again, we are wearing masks right now. We expect as the COVID declines in the area, we'll probably go back to a mask optional policy sometime this year. And this is the science part of our building. So right now we have our one-to-one sciences happening in here. Ms. Baker's working with a biology student. This is where our physics classes are getting together and doing a group learning part of physics. Just a few minutes ago, they were in the front lobby doing an experiment with kinematic motion, and now they're doing some data reduction here in the lab. So that's kind of the group learning part of physics. We do have another lab class happening here in the Galileo room, and this is a film class, I believe, so an elective that these students have decided to take where they're studying film, so that'd be one of their 3 electives. The last hallway is our English hallway, so all of our English one-to-one classes happening in here. Ms. Piper works with 11th graders one-to-one, and that's basically it, just more one-to-one classes on this hallway. Our art classroom is here. It's not meeting today, but that's where the art class happens. Throughout the day, a lot of our classes are multi-purpose. So the Twain room will have English classes in here one period, and then an elective the next period, and it just kind of rotates throughout the day. Since the primary place our teachers teach is their office, that's where they do most of their instruction, but then when they need a classroom for their classes, they'll come into one of these rooms. The only classroom we have left is our Spanish classroom, which is here. So these students are all taking Spanish with Ms. Gomez. And that basically brings a conclusion to our classroom parts of the school. I'm now going to talk you through a little bit our homeroom program. We have multiple rooms that our students will operate out of for homeroom. This room is our senior room. So we have 2 rooms for our 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. And there's no students in this one right now, but we have quite a few in this one. So those are a subset of our 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. They'll be assigned between those 2 rooms. This is our middle school homeroom. So middle schools will come to this room when they don't have a class. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. She just has one in here right now. During different periods, there may be different numbers of students in here. This is kind of our locker area. All of our students will be assigned lockers. And the last room in the homeroom program is our testing room. So looks like we don't have any students in here right now. This is where all of our exams are proctored. Ms. Kirikides, anytime a student takes a school exam, they'll take it in here with Ms. Kirikides. So it's set up a little bit different than our other homerooms. And that is basically it for the classrooms. The one final room we have is our assembly room. We have been using the assembly room more for classes during COVID. Right now, this is our college prep class. These are all seniors. And what they're doing in this class right now is getting their resumes ready and their applications ready to apply to colleges. So that's an elective that all of those students are taking. And that's basically it for the tour. You can see that we are back to the beginning, back to our lobby area. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. I appreciate you watching the whole video with us. If you do have any questions, please go to our website or give us a call if you'd like to schedule a tour or learn more about how we might be able to help your student. Thanks.